Fun. Hello YouTube. So I'm out again, last camp of 2021, and for a change, somewhere different. So I'm at the Peak District. Been working up this way, so thought I'd take the opportunity to come and sneak out into Mesna country. Did a request on Facebook for places to go, so I've picked out somewhere which Dan Jones sent me. So thanks Dan, if you're watching. Hopefully it'll be a good one. It's not too far a walk from the car park. Hopefully some good views. It's fairly clear at the moment, if you can see. The moon's out behind me. It's looking like quite a nice evening. Temperature shouldn't get down too low, but hopefully in for a clear night. So I might be able to try and get some decent night shots, which would be good. So I'm heading up to White Edge, Big Moor, around that area. Have a look. I haven't got a clue what it's going to be like, but it's been recommended, so hopefully we should be all right. Anyway, let's get on the path and I'll bring you back in a minute. So I'm back out in the Lanshan tonight, after the last windy camp. I've done a few mods to the doors, so I'll show you what I've done to it. It's a little bit different from what most other people have done, but I am getting the, I don't know if they're titanium, but the metal rams hook clips that you get from Z-Packs. I'm not ordering them because they're like $4 to buy, $30 for delivery, which is mad. So, but I have a secret supplier coming over from the States, who I will mention when I get them. So yeah, that'll resolve the issue. I've also got some new pegs. I've got the Eastern 9-inch pegs, which I haven't had an issue with the Lanshan pegs, to be honest. They've been fine. They've held up okay. I needed an extra one last time, which is why I used my titanium spork as a spare peg. When needs must, it worked. So, but I sort of doubled up now, belts and braces, so I've got extra pegs and these 9-inch Eastern ones as well. Hopefully around here they'll be fine to go in the ground. I think the issue I might have if I'm at Dartmoor is finding ground deep enough to put a 9-inch peg in, because you find you go in 2-3 inches and you hit rock, because there's a lot of it about. But in the Peak District, hopefully it'll be a lot softer and a lot easier. Right, onwards and upwards. Does it get any better than this? Right, so I'm going to go to the trig point while I'm here, just because got to be done, which is just ahead. And try and find somewhere to camp. It's pretty stodgy around here, not too sure where I'm going to find some flat open ground away from the path, but we shall see. Here we are. Some lovely views. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or doing it justice. Got some low mist down there in the valleys. I've seen a lot of people go, ooh, cloud inversion. It's low mist, it's not a cloud inversion. The sky's a beautiful colour. I don't think this is picking the moon up. There's a lovely pink sky over there. And the moon just up there, but I can't see it on the screen. Right, let's find somewhere to pitch up. So that's me set up for the night. Temperature's dropped a bit. There's a bit of a chill. It's not too bad. I'm quite exposed here, but there's no real wind, so should be fine. Got my usual soba noodles for this evening, and my leftover adventure food. I didn't eat it on the last trip. I literally just got up in the morning, had a coffee, packed and went. Speaking of which, whole bag of coffees. Should keep me going. And this time, I remember my JD. So, happy days. Going to enjoy that. Yeah, it's a nice spot. It's a fairly clear night. I'm hoping to try and get a night lapse in. See if I can get some decent night photography in. And the sun should be rising that way, so the views are behind me. Obviously my door is facing the opposite way, but I'm hoping to wake up facing into the sun. So we shall see. Anyway, I'm going to get the kettle on, get a coffee on, and a bit early for food. It's only just 5 o'clock. Pitch black, so yeah, I'll get a coffee anyway. See you in a bit. Right, so the temperature has dropped quite rapidly. I don't know what the temperature is at the moment because I've got my phone connected to the camera. So I'll link it up in a minute to the my little Bluetooth temperature gauge to see what it comes out at. Had a coffee, had a bit of Jack Daniels, so I'm going to get my food on now and try and warm up with some soba noodles. So I've got teriyaki ones, which is my favourite. These are quite nice, and it's quite a decent sized meal actually. To be honest, they're pretty good, and I think they cost 75p, so dirt cheap. Of all the sort of packet meals that I've had for camping, you know, the official expensive ones that are £5 or £6. I don't think there's any real benefit to it, to be honest with you. They go about calories, but I'm not going to walk 20 miles, so don't really need the calories for it. But yeah, it's a good meal and it's cheap. If you haven't tried them, give them a go. Right, so my noodles are done. A little addition that I've got to my kit is a down quilted ditty bag, whatever you want to call it. It's basically a pouch, down quilted pouch from Valiant Peak. So this is designed for putting your electricals in, your batteries, trying to keep them warm, so give them a bit more battery life. But it's a double use product. So they give you a plastic bag that you can put inside here. So when you make a rehydrated meal, or dehydrated meal, when you rehydrate it, you can put it inside the pouch, do it up inside the plastic bag, so that it keeps it warm while it's rehydrating. And then you can also eat it from the bag, and the plastic bag is designed so that you can pull it out, wrap it around the edges so that you don't get this wet or dirty, and you can keep your food warm while you're eating it. I posted online that I'd got this, and someone asked me to sort of check the temperature differences between what it's like inside the bag and what it's like outside the bag. So I've got one of these little digital thermometers that links up via Bluetooth to your phone, and inside that bag, and bearing in mind I've got the doors open, it is cold, so you know normally this would be zipped up and it'd be warmer inside here, but just with it inside here, it was registering 9 degrees nearly, and I've now got it clipped just to the edge of the tent on the outside here, and it's on 4 degrees. So you know there's a 5 degree difference, which is a fair bit. No doubt, you know, when it gets a lot colder, it'll make hopefully a bigger difference, but it'd be interesting to just sort of see how that compares, and whether it does make a difference to the batteries or not, and whether they last overnight or at least keep their charge for a bit longer than normal. But there you go. Anyway, my noodles are done. You do get a decent amount of these things. For 75p, you can't beat it. I'm going to eat these, and I'm not going to force you to endure watching me do it, so I'll see you in a bit. So I've had a couple of unsuccessful attempts at doing night lapses. I think the moon's too bright and there's too much ambient light in the area for it to come out any good. But I might give it another try later on, stick the power bank on it. I had the power bank attached earlier on because the batteries are just dying quite quickly in the cold. But then my phone started to die, so I went from 10% down to 1% quite rapidly, so I swapped it out. Hopefully this is recording, because I've made about 3 recordings now, and halfway through it stops the film but carries on with the audio, which is a bit weird. I don't know what's going on with this camera, but I don't think I'm going to be doing much more. It's about 9:30 now, so I'm probably going to hit the sack shortly, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Right, so I've heard deer, I've heard foxes make some really weird noises at night, but I don't know if you heard that. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but God knows what it is. It's quite a weird guttural sound. I'll try and boost it on the edit, see if you can. See if you can hear it, because that is really weird. Did you hear that? That's quite eerie. It does not sound like a deer. Definitely doesn't sound like a fox. Odd. Right, I'm going to zip up and put my earplugs in, I think. Try and get some sleep, and hopefully I'll still be here in the morning. Good night. Good morning. I'm acting like I've just woke up. It's about 7 o'clock. I've been up since 5. Just trying to get some morning shots, which I posted up on Instagram and Facebook. Don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's a very weird sounding bird. Sounds like a kookaburra with a sore throat. It's not going to do it now. It's fairly close to camp, but apart from those weird noises last night, it was a very quiet one. Took ages to get off to sleep, but slept okay in the end. I haven't checked the thermometer, but well, when I checked it in the middle of the night, it was about 2 degrees. So I didn't get down too cold last night, but it was chilly enough. Got a fair bit of condensation in the tent tonight, on the inner as well, frustratingly, which I think has come from the outer and come through it. There was not a breeze last night. It's absolutely dead still. Really, really quiet and still night. So I've just got the camera set up on a night lapse at the moment to sort of see if that works this morning. Another attempt, and hopefully get a good sunrise. It's very clear, but I've got another hour or so to go before that. So I've had a coffee, and I'm just going to get my adventure breakfast on, and maybe another coffee. Try and wake up. Right, well, it's well and truly morning now. Sun's up, not much of a sunrise this morning, which is a shame, but it's nice, it's clear, it's cold, it's dry, which is all good. So yeah, food's rehydrated in my little pouch now. So essentially what you're supposed to do is keep this in the bag, fold it over your pouch, the insulated pouch, so you don't get it dirty. It's quite a good little design, and obviously it keeps your food warm because it's inside a down pouch. If I can get it open. And then when you drip it everywhere, you don't get your pouch dirty. Adventure Foods breakfast. It is good. As good as mine? I don't know. It's on par. But mine's a lot cheaper. 40p a portion. As opposed to £6. So everything's pretty much packed away now. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Almost packed away. Still a mess. I'll show you the mods that I've done to the door and what will hopefully resolve the issue that I had in the wind last time. Very simple little fix, but works really, really well. Two options to have the doors attached or closed down if I want to hunker down in the wind or rain or snow. So I'll show you that, and you can tell me what you think in the comments below. So basically what I've done here is, this was the original ram's hook clip that broke. You can see there, the two hooks just snapped off in the wind. It's just not up to it. Awful design, cheap. So I've left the two cords on the doors, and what I've done is I've got these very small carabiner clips. So they now clip to the original string that was on there. These are metal, weigh nothing. They literally weigh nothing. So that holds that door, and this clip can hold that door should I need it. So in the wind, when it was really bad, the wind was actually blowing this zip up, so the door was opening. And because the ram's hook had broken, I couldn't attach it, so it just kept blowing open all night long. So this I can now attach to this string, so it'll hold that door. But then also, if I want to lower the tent down, so I can use my trekking pole, reduce the height of the tent, because obviously there's a good sort of 8-inch gap here. I can use these bungee cords to peg it down to the ground like so, or even give it additional strength in its current sort of setup. Or I can use the cords that are on here, but using the bungees will give it a little bit of play, so if there's any real bad wind it will still stretch and give rather than put too much tension on it. But yeah, it works really well. I've left it with the guy outline attached to the top here. Now, a lot of people attach it to this, or one to each part, but I don't see any real benefit to that apart from having two long strings sticking out. So not ideal as far as I'm concerned. But these work for now, and I'll also be getting the Z-Packs ram's horn soon as well, because everyone knows a Dave is bringing me one over from the States. So I'll show you those when I get it. Well, that's me all packed up, leaving that place. That's where I was last night. Beautiful sunshine now, lovely sunrise. It's really brightened up, clouds have all completely gone. So I'm going to head back to the car now. So only a short video, hope you enjoyed it, and if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, any comments leave them below, I will get back to you, and I'll see you on the next trip. Cheers guys.